Alright guys, so this last video here today is to basically reveal the truth about what happened during rock supergroup Velvet Revolver's final days as an active entity and final days with original and now sadly past lead singer Scott Weiland. Now, for those of us that know the reason why Scott died and that know his history with drugs and alcohol altogether, this will not come as a surprise to you. But for me, this was an actual surprise to learn about. But apparently, just before the start of Velvet Revolver's 2008 Europe leg of their tour, Scott had just gotten out of a shorter stint in rehab. And that was what caused sort of the weird vibe on stage. I guess it was because Slash and Matt Duff and Dave were thinking, oh no, here he goes, slipping back to his old tricks again. So, I guess that would explain why there was such a weird vibe on stage, and why Scott would sometimes get angry and walk off stage, sort of like Axl Rose. But, I mean, I guess it isn't surprising that what was a common theme in Scott's life which was relapsing on his many issues and demons, as he himself always referred to them, is what caused the end of Velvet Revolver. But I still say that when Scott was at his best, you couldn't touch him. And I still do think that it is truly sad that the voice of Velvet Revolver and Stone Temple Pilots, the real voice of those two bands, has unfortunately at last been silenced. But again guys, this video was just to tell you the truth about why the last few months of Velvet Revolver's touring life were so strained. And again, that was because Scott had just gotten out of rehab once again. So, I just thought that would be an interesting video to share with you guys. Again, it doesn't change the fact that, for me, there will only ever be one man that deserves to be the voice of Velvet Revolver and Stone Temple Pilots. And as we all know, on December 3rd last year, the real version of both of those bands died with Scott. But again, this makes me hold no resentment towards him. Again, as he himself admitted many times, it's an issue he knew he had and that he struggled with. But I personally never knew that he was struggling with it on the European leg of the Libertad tour. So I hope you guys found this interesting, and again, hopefully one day Matt, Slash, Duff, and Dave will be able to find some way to represent the Velvet Revolver legacy one last time, and do what I think Scott would have wanted the legacy to continue. But I just thought that'd be an interesting video to share with you guys. So keep on rocking. Yeah.